Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, family, ghouls, and other creatures of the night. Ahihai Lilitu.
Ahihai Lilitu.
My name is Rena, the storyteller, and I welcome you all to Red Center by Night. Let me paint you all a simple picture. Close your eyes. It is quite dark, right? Not quite as dark as I'd like it to be. Hear me out. I'd like for you to close your second set of eyes. What second set of eyes, you ask? Don't be silly. Every living being in this world has it. Now, close your second eyes. Finally, there's nothing but darkness within this picture that both you and I share. Eternal and suffocating. Deafening silence that any sound made is simply swallowed whole without anyone noticing. Within this darkness, I'd like you to walk forward until you see a tiny flickering bit of light. Walk until you can see but not hear. What do you see? Well, I know what I can see. Let me explain what I see to you. I see a figure of a woman sitting alone in this nothingness. Her red hair framed her pale, freckled face. As she raised her eyes to look at me, I see bright green eyes. I raise my hand and ask her, "What do you want?" And as she raised her hand towards me, she smiled, and then I see nothing once again as the darkness swallowed her up. Damn, what a dreary vision. Now, shall we begin our story? In the previous episode, we rejoined the Bahari coven, who had been residing in Alice Springs for the past 2 months, attempting to lead ordinary lives. Within the sanctuary of the haven, nestled amidst the captivating presence of the upside-down tree, a significant initiation ritual was set to take place. Following the completion of this ritual, we were introduced to Ilona Winters, the daughter of Mr. Winters, now known as Deacon Winters, who had just returned to the haven after a night out. Ilona, embodying the spirit of a typical rebellious teenager, initially proved uncooperative with the group. However, through a series of inadvertent inquiries, the coven stumbled upon information regarding a familiar face from Alice Barr's past. Alice and Lorna recognized Nine, now known as Erin, amidst a group of teenagers featured in a popular YouTube live stream show called COMA or Coma. The show showcased their adventures, including an exploration of the mysterious Min Min lights, and as the night unfolded, Ilona shared distressing news with the coven, revealing that her own friend group was in dire straits. Consequently, our coven members swiftly embarked on a hurried journey to the location of tonight's episode, the casino. Is there any conversation while everyone's hurriedly changing in this car?
So you've said that you want me to handle Nine, but like how? How do you want me to approach
We can't call
that?
her that.
Erin, how are we supposed to?
I don't know, but I can't do anything. I mean, I can't be there for starters.
Yes.
I don't know. You're.
We can't all look this breathtaking.
Yeah, I'm worried about taking people's breath away.
Yes, exactly.
You're the people person. I don't know. You deal with it.
Do you want to eventually make contact and have a conversation
Maybe.
with her?
Now is not the time.
Now, okay, so we should focus on maybe just keeping tabs on her.
Just get her out of the situation.
So
Natural.
we should make contact with her if we have to extract her.
We can be
Subtle.
savior bystanders. I don't know. I don't think that we should be us.
Okay. Try our best.
I mean, if she already had a friend that, was one of us that could save her, get her out of Dodge.
Are you suggesting Ilona?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Did Ilona come with us? I think
No,
we
you
said
left
no.
Ilona.
Said no.
That whole memory thing's starting to come back.
Could ask Caroline to bring Ilona along.
Yeah, because that would be a much more subtle
Yeah.
touch and gives us a way in.
Are you okay with Alona being put into whatever situation we're heading into?
She's capable.
That's not the question I asked.
Is this going to be another lecture on parenting skills? I just kind of feel that.
I feel like that ship has sailed.
Some of us still have hope.
Look,
She's one of us. It doesn't make her any less or any more immune to the dangers that are out there.
it's a highly populated area. We don't know quite what we're getting into. And we have been so very careful to not be seen, noticed. Are we going to ruin that in one fell swoop?
She, question, storyteller. Her mask would make her blend in pretty well, yes? Question mark.
She's currently running as Ilona. Winters, that's her mask right now. Her previous, if anybody tries to ID her, there won't be anything that comes up.
So things like the Inquisition and that would pass her by on the street and not
Yeah.
click, yeah. She will blend in a lot better than us.
Okay, so we spread out, I suppose, find Erin, keep things away from her while Ilona swoops in and rescues her.
Well, I guess we would run interference and Ilona gets Aaron out of the situation.
If we were to approach the actual issue, because I must confess some curiosity as to what that is. What's done that?
As I mentioned previously, it's the domain of the La Sombra or a wraith.
Or both.
Look, there's plenty of time for
Neither.
conjecture and questioning afterwards.
So let's get Ilona here then, if you
Yes.
are willing to throw
Driving
her
and
into danger.
texting then.
Yeah, I would call, but
Oh,
I'm on it.
okay.
someone who isn't driving could also do that. But
It's done.
It's done. Too late. She's too good at driving, you see. I will also be activating Blood of Potency. I want to be ready this time. So let's resolve a blood sorcery.
Alice starts to hum Ride of the Valkyries and then stops. And just stares straight forward and drives.
So can you do your rouse check first for that?
Yes. Oh, I do get hungrier. All right. Well, that's fine. There we go. Yep, it's the same score. So it's only 1, 2, 3, 4. So a difficulty of 2 plus their blood potency. What is mine at? 2, right? How do I know? It's on my sheet somewhere. Oh, mine's at 3. Damn. Difficulty at
fail.
4. A win. Does that mean I get it if it's a 4? 2 plus their blood potency?
So the difficulty is 2 plus
Oh
your
no,
blood
and mine's
potency.
3, so I fail it.
that's 5.
Can I use willpower to reroll?
Yes?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Let's go. There we go. That's 2 more. So then that would be 4 plus 2, 6.
6.
So that's
one
yes, one
margin
above.
of win. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, then a regular win increases it by 1 for that scene, and a crit would be increasing by 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Now it's 4. Exciting.
All right. As all of you are approaching I'd like to ask whether or not you are approaching the casino by the front or the side.
The side.
The side.
The side.
Absolutely.
I'd like you to roll wits and awareness. Anybody's looking outside or
Actually.
anybody interested in checking out the surrounding.
Anybody interested in burning through willpower early?
Yeah.
Wits and insight, did you say?
Awareness.
No,
Oh,
awareness.
Oh. Well, okay.
Deacon,
Oh,
please.
hello there.
With a crit.
4.
4.
Deacon, you don't see anything aside from there's a lot of people around, like a lot. It seems that there's an event happening right now at the casino.
Are these people like happy to be there, or
Yeah, they seem to be just talking within, just normal partying, talking.
Just a
amongst
crowd.
themselves, just a crowd. But for everybody else, you notice that there seems to be a black van that's idling at the front of the casino. Not exactly at the front, but across the street from it. So across the car park of the casino, there is the road, and then the van is right there idling. And then as you stop there, just idle yourself to watch a bit more, you notice another, seems to be sedan or SUV pulling up, and you see an individual disembarking from the van and seems to be approaching this SUV.
Do these vehicles have number plates?
Yes. It is local number plates.
Local number plates?
Not custom jobs?
No.
And what does this person look like?
The person that walked out of the van seems to be very American. Dark brown hair. Can't see from this distance, you cannot see what color their eyes are, but seems quite tall.
What are they wearing?
They're wearing
Step.
they're wearing what seems to be a military garb.
Okay.
Not the Australian one, but seems to be the American one.
Best behaviour. If the shit hits the fan, you get out. We'll reconvene at the house later. Get out, go find somewhere.
So this is SI, right?
I
Better
can
to err on the side of caution.
think of any other reason why a dumb American in military garb would be here.
Yes. Fair enough.
And as you approach, are you trying to approach, at least drive a bit more up the road?
Having stopped, I think we'd look like we were doing the cruise by tourist thing, and then try and underground car park.
There's no underground
No?
car park.
Let's just go around the corner.
Okay.
So you are going to head towards the back area of the casino, to their back parking area.
Yeah.
As you drive away slowly from the van and the car, it seems that whatever tension was within your beast seems to loosen just a tiny bit.
When we're out of
The moment you were out of the
view
radius.
from these SI folks, indeed.
You guys felt that too?
Mm-hmm.
And whoever's driving, I'd like you to roll dexterity and drive right now.
God, I'm gonna die.
Dexterity and drive. Cool. No problem. Can I use some willpower?
Yeah?
Cool. Okay, so that is 2 for a potential bestial failure.
Alright. Roll a 1d10 for me, please.
That's a 1.
That's hunger compulsion. For the rest of the scene, you are feeling quite hungry. At least. It's not overpowering, it's just there at the back of your mind.
Always is.
Quick storyteller question. For bestial failures, was that if you're roll failed even if you got successes and rolled a 1 on a hunger dice?
If you roll, yeah.
Okay, well then that was for me as well. Because I had a 1 on a hunger. But 3 successes. But that was still bad, right? I'll roll a dice. Just 1.
1d10.
I'm sorry, everybody.
No, you're
That's an
not.
8. Did I think so hard I made myself angry?
You have paranoia compulsion right now.
That
Quite
sounds-
paranoid.
I think that may aid us actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking so hard for things that you start seeing things.
And as you drive away towards the back area of the casino, there's suddenly an explosion. It rocks the whole area. And the car that you're driving swerves.
Shit.
And right now, I'd like everyone to roll dexterity and athletics, whether or not everyone's trying to get out of the car or staying with the car. If you're trying to get out of the car, it's dexterity and brawl as you try to open the whole thing and jump out.
I'll go for that. Because it doesn't suck so bad for me.
I'm
Blood
going
surge.
to try and brace myself within the car. What direction has this explosion come from? From the casino?
From the casino. It's from the
Grand.
back building.
I'm getting out and trying to run towards
Jesus
the
Christ.
casino myself.
It's 1
3.
I'm going to use another willpower.
Yeah. Oh, how many have I already used? Oh, none. Yeah, I'm going to burn a willpower as well.
Difficulties for...
Yes. Okay, that's better.
Well, that was...
Can I rouse the blood then?
Yes.
6.
Get hungry.
6.
that is still only 3 with a terrible willpower reroll as per Winter's special.
How many willpower do you have left?
Oh, honey.
And, I've got 4 left.
Well, that was a
That was a
good
worthwhile
rouse.
hunger point to get. So I was on 2, and then I rolled my 2 dice for rousing and got a critical success. So that is a total of 6.
All right. 6, 3, 3,
6.
6. Okay.
I roused the blood and I'm extra potent.
Someone had the child lock on and I just couldn't get through it.
Alice, Alice and Dasha, you were trying to both get out of the car
Yeah.
before it overturned. Yeah. And you do manage to get out without a scratch. However, Lorna and Deacon Winters, as you try to get out, it does bring you with it, and thus at least damaging you for 1 superficial damage each.
Are we separated right now?
No, you're around like the car that's overturned right now.
Leave it. Let's go.
Yes, once the car stops moving, I'll extract myself from it.
This is why you don't text and drive, Alice.
I had already texted and put the phone down.
Clearly-
Winters.
No time for bickering.
Curses.
Let's go. Come on, children. Play nice.
I'm going to run a finger down my cheek and open up one of the cuts and let my unliving hive out to swarm around. And I'm going to check in with them for just a second to see if there's any safe entry point.
I'm going to activate Sense the Unseen.
Can you roll your unliving hive for me?
Yep.
Sense the unseen, can you please roll it?
Oh, is it Auspex? I don't remember. It's been so long.
It's
It is.
aspects
Wits
and wits, yeah.
Yes. There it is. Yes, wits and
And so this is to check in with them?
Mhm.
Okay. So I imagine that would be wits and animalism.
Animalism, yeah.
And because I roused the blood earlier, that still counts,
That
correct?
still count.
3.
3?
Can I
That's a nice
use premonition to kind of get some guidance on what's going to be the smartest way in?
You can force a premonition by rousing your blood and then rolling your premonition roll.
Uh-huh. And if I don't force it, just like kind of have it. No, forcing. She gets hungrier.
5.
Can you roll your premonition roll for me?
Yes, I can. 6.
6. All right, let's start with the lowest one first.
It's me.
Since the unseen yields nothing,
Nothing. Brilliant.
but you are quite away from the buildings right now. You are at the parking area, not a lot of people. Seems slowly there are like a stream of people running away from the explosion, which around the area you are around. Sorry, it's the area you're around in. So, not a lot.
So the explosion happened inside the building?
Yes,
Okay.
it's one of the back buildings
Okay.
which the employees usually take.
Oh, okay.
Alice, you check in with your flies. They do say that the whole back area is on fire, but there is a side area going through the events area. There is an employee's entrance that is open.
I'll just point at the door.
And Lorna, as you force a premonition regarding opening or at least entrance, you will get several premonitions of just quick successions of if you enter here, you burn. If you enter here, you burn. If you enter here, you burn. There's just fire in every entrances except for one, which is at there is one area near the events where employees can go in. However, you need a key card to go in there. But it is open. It is clear. There is no fire.
Need a key. It's not open. It's clear.
It's clear, yeah.
It's clear. Okay. That entrance we need a key card. Are you going to just take it off its hinges? I can't be.
I can.
Oh, very interesting.
Well
So
done.
you go.
So we're running in.
Would I
towards
have
danger.
to?
Good.
Sorry. Would I have to do a second forced premonition to try and get an idea of where Aaron and/or Delilah are at?
You will have to force another premonition for that.
Let's risk it for the biscuit. Hungry again? Wait, no. Sorry, that was a success. Don't get hungry again.
Can you please roll?
Yes. I'm going to use some willpower.
Definitely not going to need that later.
Oh, and that was worth it.
Ooh.
Okay, 5.
Can you tell me how many willpower you have left?
5. After burning that one.
Okay. You can pick one. You can pick to know where Aaron is or where Delilah is.
Oh no. Will she stay on mission or will she focus on her child?
I'm feeling paranoid about this.
I'm a bit peckish.
Shit.
Flip a coin.
Do you want my coin?
No, I'm just trying to think of whether Alice would be able to pick the decision that I've made once I make it.
I'm currently looking for an employee.
My mother always knows.
No. We're gonna go for Aaron, not because I'm not looking for Delilah, but because Aaron is more at risk, and because Aaron, based on what I remember from that very, very harrowing vision, has the potential to change quite a lot of things.
All right. You do see Aaron running through, at least when you are pulled into your vision. For everyone else, it's just as if Lorna's pausing. It doesn't take a long time. For you, it will be a long time, but for them, it's just a split second. You see Aaron sitting down in the bar, sipping on some cocktail, who knows. And as something dark walks in through the door, she runs out back into the employees area, and you see her running around towards the kitchen and start opening all the gas stoves in there, just letting it on. And then she runs, and you can see it's as if the darkness is swallowing up the whole area that she's running from. So the whole kitchen area is just being swallowed by darkness. And you see her running towards the event area where there's a lot of people dancing. And you can see as she passes through the door, the employee's door, she pulls out a lighter, throws it back into the room, and runs, disappearing through the throngs of people. But you can see that she is heading towards the employee's area, at least the exit that you were thinking of.
Two things quickly. Firstly, Aaron did this explosion.
Right.
Turned on all of the gas, was being shadowed by something, and I use that word advisedly. Turned on all of the gas, threw a lighter at it, went through a crowd of people, and seems as if she is coming towards this door.
Clever girl.
I would recommend that you hide.
Just as you say that, Caroline and Ilona arrives. Caroline driving a motorcycle with Ilona riding at the back. And Caroline's just staring at everyone like...
Ilona, Erin's going to be coming out of that door. You need to grab her and get her to a safe space. Fast.
Okay.
Can Ilona ride the motorcycle?
Yeah.
So Caroline will stay with us. Ilona, take her on the bike. And we'll have to find another way out ourselves, because what state is the car in?
Has been overturned, unless you can upturn it.
We'll find
We can
another
work together
car.
to turn it over.
We'll find another
We
car.
can.
Or I can steal another one.
Yes, indeed. It's all good.
If it were to be turned over, would it be fine? Or is it just fucking forget it?
Actually, there's a number of people here. Let's not turn it over.
Don't juggle it.
Or at least have all six of us doing it so that it looks more plausible.
Still too much then. Because if anyone else is here watching, which they probably are, that would be enough to rouse suspicion. We find something else.
Which entrance?
That one.
And you see Ilona starting to run towards that area.
I'm going to activate Unseen Passage.
Alright.
Don't get hungrier.
Alright.
Is there anywhere nearby that area to hide?
There's plenty of cars.
Okay.
I'm going to duck behind a car.
I think that might be enough. I don't think I need to do anything like drastic. Because what does the thingamabob do?
I'm not. I'm going to go with Ilona.
You're gonna go with Ilona. Alright. Running after the child.
Yes.
Is that going to be a giveaway for us?
I feel like there's enough warmth around. If it comes to that.
Well, you do look like a party goer.
That's precisely it. I was at the casino having a fun time, saw this, got concerned. This young lady said that her friend might still be in there, so I went to help her out.
So the two of you are ducking behind cars.
Yes, I believe you duck behind separate cars. So we both have a view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 stealth, both of you, please.
How close is it to that door? Like the car's pretty close.
Quite far. It's quite far because the parking area is behind, and then there is like a walkway. That's just a walkway, a people walkway. There's no way for a car to go through.
Oh, no dumpsters or anything to hide behind.
You can hide behind the dumpster, but it's currently on fire.
Oh, yeah. Well, we probably won't do that then.
There's a metaphor in there.
I was going to say.
So plan's going great, hey?
Yep.
I'm blood surging again.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You
use
roll
it
your
if I've
blood
got it.
surge?
Yes, I did, and I succeeded. So
It's
good.
Dex and stealth, isn't it?
Next and stealth.
5.
Okay.
That is 4 with a crit.
For
Messy crit, because they're both on the hunger dice.
Oh no.
If that's not enough, I'm happy to willpower.
no, that's enough.
Okay, I'm gonna
Since
hide
you are
angrily.
you are under the compulsion of paranoia. This is on brand.
Yes.
For, the deacon. Just currently hiding behind. All right. 4 and 5.
I'm just standing in the middle of open car park, but invisible.
Nice for some.
Doo-doo-doo.
All right. And as Ilona and Lorna, wow, that is a mouthful. As Ilona and Lorna approach the door, it is locked, like your vision had said. You need the key card to get in. And you do hear, you do see a figure that start to just bang, just run smack onto the door. And you see the girl from your vision. You see the wavy hair. But this time she's more, how do you say this? Put together. She has the same features. She looks exactly like 9, but she's more put together.
As in less of a mess.
Yeah, less
than
of a
mine
mess
was,
generally.
less of a chaotic.
She's actually dressed up properly like a normal human being, not just mishmash of whatever she can grab a hold of. She seems to be wearing something really warm for the weather, wearing her beanie. She looks like she has makeup on, as if she just finished like a show or something along those lines. But she do look panicked and scared as she starts trying the door and it's just locked.
Not so much for hiding behind a car.
It's just you, Lorna.
It is. I yell through. We're gonna try and get it open. It needs some kind of key card. And then look around, try and see if there are any employees.
I'm gonna give you one action. What are you gonna do?
Yell to her that it needs through the door. Yell to her that it needs a key card. See if you can't find an employee.
All right. As you yell at Erin that it needs a key card and you need to find an employee, she starts to run backwards as she looks behind her, looking paranoid. And then she sprints the opposite direction. However, as you are watching, you see what seems to be a dark open door. You see just tendrils of shadows just seems to grab around her and then pull her in.
No. Winters, get over here. Shadow tendrils, grab Darren, get this door off so we can chase after her.
Okay.
Now!
Winters will come up and activate. Do I need to activate or is it always on?
Ilona is currently banging on the door, trying to get it open in a panic as well.
Prowess or lethal body? Which one of those would aid me in this? I think it's prowess. is the strength
Prowess
one.
adds your potence to your physical dice roll,
Okay.
which is gonna be strength and brawl on this. So you need to rouse for your prowess first.
6. That's a pass.
6, and you need to roll strength and brawl. That's gonna be, I think, +2 on your hand unarmed damage.
So it's just the strength, brawl, and then the potence.
Yeah, you just need to add your potence. I think it's automatic 2 successes to your strength and brawl already if you have add prowess to that. So just roll your strength and brawl.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna burn through a willpower. Yeah, that's looking familiar. 2 plus, I guess, the 2 automatic.
So 4, yeah. With 4 successes, you do manage to rip open this door. It is glass, so just could have kicked it open, kick it, but it is made of plexiglass, so
I was picturing like a steel door. All good. Yeah.
no, it's just a glass door where you can see inside.
Okay.
But you do rip the metal bars of the door open, and it does come off its hinges.
Damage in the explosion, no doubt.
Go.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to, once the door is open, race in there. I'm going to use fleetness, which is going to cost me a rouse check.
Yeah.
And I get hungrier.
Oh no.
Starting to feel it now. To absolutely fucking piss bolt in there in the direction of where those shadows came.
Yeah. I'd say that you would pass, and you would immediately at least see where Aaron is supposed to be in this room. And as you run, you stop in front of this open door, and it's just darkness inside.
Just darkness
Just
inside.
darkness.
I'm going to go in anyway.
All right.
Go and try and feel for something.
The moment you walk in, all sound is gone. Everything's gone, and it's just... It's walking as if you're blind and deaf. There's nothing. And it is extremely cold. It's icy cold within this room. I would say... Can you roll me a 1d10?
I sure can. 7.
Take 7 steps in, and you don't bump into anything. It's just darkness. And we'll leave you there for now, because your sense of time with this is also gone.
I should have told you to activate all. You might have had some chance.
With what?
With whatever's causing that. Doesn't matter, you're not there.
Deacon Winters, Ilona had sprinted after Lorna
For fuck's sake.
into the chaos inside. There seems to be more people trying to run out at this point as they realize that the place is starting to smoke up.
Are they running out the direction Ilona ran in?
Yes. They're also running outside at the front and everywhere else that's not on fire.
Okay. I'm going in, and I assume with lethal body, I don't have much of an issue parting my way through the crowd. Not like, but just like they're not going to knock me over if I'm running against them. Right?
Just going like a
here's
rugby
the
forward.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing, Deacon. You may not think that it's a lot of strength. However, it is quite a lot for people.
What's
That
the
you pass through.
demographic that's coming out the door?
It's a huge range from what seems to be early 20s to late 60s of this casino goers.
As soon as you knock one over and crack their skull open, I'm going to run up in front of you and activate Daunt so that they naturally want to avoid me. And I will be your Daunt shield.
Did you,
Push.
you run towards the
Yes,
area?
yes, I'm joining you.
Okay.
I'd say, Winters, I'd like you to roll 1d10 to see how much damage you cause before Dasha actually stops you.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Gonna put these dice away now.
What is it?
Have a guess. It's a
10?
10.
Oh no.
Buddy.
We're gonna need the security. Oh no, we don't have to worry about security camera footage. Hey, it's a blur.
You just killed
That's a
10
horrifying sound.
people. Oh my god.
They may not die right now. However, the sustained injuries from being pushed or it's like the equivalent of walking in front of a truck, essentially.
This is what you get for using
Bowling
the
alley.
staff exit.
Bowling alley animations be like.
Oh no.
Casino's a dangerous place, man.
Yeah, gambling's a sin and all that.
So yes, as soon as the first one hits the ground, I run, but I'm not fast enough to stop you killing 9 more.
Jesus.
So now I'm in front of you, and I'm like, push gently, and I will use Daunt so that they try and move around us.
I should have taken Dawn instead of all.
Yeah. With Daunt, they
hindsight.
easily run away from this area, parting the area quite quickly. Silona reaches the room at least, and then she stops outside of the darkness as it is just a solid pool of darkness inside.
Question. What happens if you... What's it called? Use Oblivion Shroud, I think it is. Yeah. Oblivion Shroud within Oblivion. Like to cancel their Oblivion with your own. Does that work?
Okay, I'd say that Oblivion Shroud within their Oblivion. Their Shroud of Oblivion. Okay.
Obliviception, if you will.
No.
What happens if you...
Well, it's a double negative.
Yeah, a bag of
You're
holding
dividing by
inside a bag of
zero.
holding.
Do the lights just come back on?
You know what'd be really good right now? Oblivion side. It'd be really fucking good.
I'd say I'd allow it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'd say that you would mix or at least try to push your own Oblivion
Good.
through the
There's always
shroud.
a workaround.
Good. So now you go first, and I will take Alona away.
Ilona is turning towards you, Dasha, going like, "Is Erin gonna be fine?"
Yes, your daddy's going to go and get her.
Just be ready on the bike to get her out of here as soon as she comes out this doorway.
What if she doesn't come out?
She'll come out.
Okay.
Just stay with me and be ready.
Okay.
Okay. Trust me. And motion for Coraline to take her out.
Yeah, Coraline is currently at least creating more room around this area, so you won't be at least disturbed by the people that's currently screaming and running in fear.
I have my Daunt on as well, so hopefully they don't. Can you have this and or on at the same time?
I haven't switched door on.
I'm just like, can you
Oh.
though? No, one at a time.
One
Yeah,
at a
fair
time.
enough.
If the Daunt and all
Sorry.
they kind of cancel each
Oh
other
yes,
out.
sure. I meant your other thing that you're doing now with pushing the Oblivion in. Can you also have on?
To make it sexy Oblivion.
Just in case you encounter
I'm
someone.
already in there.
I know. Just in case you encounter
Um,
someone in there that you might need to discuss.
I guess it's possible.
Sexy Oblivion.
Although I probably wouldn't do that before going in, because I wouldn't have that presence of mind.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay. Can you activate two powers at the same
the
time, like
question.
in one action, or is it going to have to?
No, it
be
has to be a different action.
Okay, well the Oblivion comes first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you get the chance, it might be a good idea.
Alrighty. Well, we will step in and do some Stygian shrouding.
So as Deacon Winters enters the room, can you please roll your rouse checks for Stygian Shroud? That's 2 rouse checks, I think.
We'll just say it is.
These nice. We usually roll a 10. That'll be good.
You are right. I should have just kept my mouth shut. So that is a 2 and a 1.
You dumb bitch.
So you get hungrier like twice. You take 1
Oh
stain.
Jesus Christ! This is not safe to be around me.
The Sombra goes bimbo mode.
How does this stain?
Gimboed.
So with the stain, you've got your humanity tracker, right?
I do
You
indeed.
put it on whatever's not shaded.
Do I shade it in or just?
No,
X?
just 1
This-
dash.
Okay. So
And then at the end of this game, we will roll a remorse check to see whether or not Deacon Winters is actually remorseful.
I'm just going to color it in now.
Do you feel bad about what you've done?
If I did, I wouldn't have done it. Okay.
Yes, because you are borrowing the powers of Oblivion. You feel it, at least, being pulled from within. Deacon Winters, what does it look like as you enter, summoning your own Oblivion?
Uh-huh. That's a very good question. It is, as you would expect, black.
Wow.
But
Groundbreaking.
not for everyone else in it would obviously just be pitch black. Can't see anything, but it would be, I guess, a reflection of what his ideal picture of it would be like. So it's a midnight garden. Everything blooming in shades of dark blues, purples, blacks, even the leaves and the trees and the plants.
So the shadows are just forming your garden as you enter. And you do. I'd like you to roll 1d10 for me.
Not those.
We're getting you new dice.
Is high good or bad in this situation? 10.
Check
we know
out
who got the
anyone
curse
else
chair.
dices. It rolls you well. And if else dices, it rolls well.
Except when it doesn't.
But yeah, you take 10 steps in, passing Lorna. You may stop to at least stop Lorna from doing... What is Lorna doing? Doing this? Trying to touch anything.
Okay. Is Lorna in danger of touching something bad, like fire, wooden stake, other vampire?
No, Lorna's just in the middle of the room right now.
Okay.
Oh, because you
Can-
can see inside your own oblivion. Oh, thank fuck. Okay. Okay.
It's like, blind! Oh, shit. Can I see the other Oblivion caster?
No.
Can I see Erin?
No.
I-
As you walk further into the room, you can feel as if the other Oblivion is retreating.
As in, just like physically
It's,
falling back?
it's as if it's falling back.
I will follow after that Oblivion. And as I'm doing so, can I just like put a hand on Lorna's shoulders, like don't move.
You don't hear you hear nothing, but you feel a hand on your shoulder, Lorna. What do?
I go to grab it with rapid reflexes.
Grab it with rapid. You have been grabbed.
Do we have a
Lorna.
secret handshake?
No. Do you?
I'll do the comfort priestly thing and put the other one over the hand. So it's like not an aggressive,
So you feel a fist on your other hand.
non-aggressive fist.
Just a fist on your hand.
Would I have any way of telling that that's Winter's?
No. Unless you've touched Winter's hands several times.
Probably at some point have.
At some point, how often do you touch each other's hands?
We just went through a whole last ritual like earlier this evening.
Do your spider senses tingle?
Does Winters have anything that is very remotely Winters on his hand? Any markings, any scars, anything?
I can't
No.
see this. I've just grabbed
No.
onto something in
Yeah,
the
it's
darkness.
just
Well, I
a-
can't see my own hand. Well,
Yeah, you can't see your-
my own hand in the darkness. Fucking black, innit?
I mean, absolute worst case, I just like have to fling Lorna off, which I don't want to do. But if that's a choice between chasing after Erin and the Oblivion asshole versus getting stuck in a
You
accidental
can't
melee,
clear up the Oblivion just in a tiny little area.
I don't think you get that much control over it, do you?
It's within a certain radius around you.
Which would be about like 8 yards or 8 meters or whatever, given
Yeah.
the Oblivion rating. Do I hurl Lorna into the light? Very poetic. No.
All right, just leave it there. Fuck.
Is Lorna latching on, letting go? What
No, I'm latching on. Something in the darkness has tried to grab me. I have bitten to it and I am digging my claws in.
Lorna's digged her claws in your arms. Deacon Winters.
Okay, when I say claws, it's not like I'm running like.
It's your
fucking-
fingernails.
Yes.
It's like your finger. The long
Orange
fingernails.
acrylics.
Yeah. Manicured and nice.
I mean, duh.
Actually, I'll drag her along with me.
You're being dragged along in the darkness, Lorna.
Dragged along in the darkness.
Yes, by this unknown hand.
Am I? I would not have any way of telling which direction I'm being dragged. I guess the direction I was facing before, but I don't know whether I've gotten turned around.
Yes. It's as
Um,
if you have your eyes closed this whole time. You can't see. You don't even know if you walk a straight line or you walk.
no, I probably haven't.
Mhm.
What would I do if something was dragging me along in the darkness? I would let go and like try and get away from wherever it's trying to drag me to.
Lorna had let go.
Or only works if they can see you, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, if she's let go, then I'll let go. Again, not around anything dangerous or sharp, right?
No.
Or Bernie.
This seems to be a storage area where they keep most of the chairs and
Okay.
tables. At this point, the other Oblivion, from what you could have felt, had already retreated.
Completely gone, or just ahead of me, or
It's just becoming conversed into one tiny spot.
from experience, does that mean it's getting really to like, I don't know, teleport into another dimension, or are they ending their oblivion, or any way for me to tell?
You only know for what your disciplines are, as you have not gotten any, what's the word? Teachings from any sire, nor other La Sombra.
Okay. Well, I will make a beeline towards where it's shrinking, just on the off chance that they're going to pull some teleporting shit. I have no idea if that's a thing.
Right? And as you approach this retreating darkness, it slowly shrinks until it's the size of a coin, and then it's nothing. And it's only your oblivion that is within this room.
Has Winters moved away from the doorway? So, like, we can see that the darkness has moved with him?
Now, the darkness itself, at least radius around Winters, fills the whole room.
How
What
big
is
is the
rating?
room?
About. How big is this room?
It's a big, like 6 by 6 ish.
Bigger.
8 by 8.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So it'll be about this size.
Yeah.
Well, if their oblivion is gone, and if they're only standing in my oblivion, I should be able to see them. Can I see them?
No.
It doesn't leave any kind of trace or marker or...
No.
Melissa knows Alice has no clue.
I will end the Stygian Shroud.
And the darkness slowly retreats back into Winters' own shadow, leaving you, Lorna, being able to see around you, seeing Deacon Winters in front of you, a few steps ahead, standing in front of a wall.
Where did they go?
I have no idea.
Winters, you're a La Sombra. You're supposed to know this stuff. You're supposed to know how to navigate through shadows.
And who teaches me this?
Fucking blood does. Yes.
All right. Yeah, to avoid lashing out at anyone else, I will lash out at the wall in front.
Right?
All right, Kyle.
Anything happen?
Strength and roll. Winters.
Strength brawl.
Yeah.
As soon as the darkness retreats from the doorway, I'll come in with Ilona. In case they've gone to another room or died or something. Just come and check.
Just
We'll rush
died,
in
it's
just
fine.
in time to witness this little outburst, which will be nice.
You just want to see the outburst.
Well, I don't know. It'd be interesting for Ilona to see it.
It'd be terrible. Please do not bring Ilona into this room.
I don't know what's there until like...
At 4 hunger, is there any other penalties that I'm currently facing, other than the fact that I'm probably just going to have to bite someone's head off in a minute?
No, the moment you see blood, you're gonna have to roll a frenzy check.
I'm going to do the Kool-Aid man to some poor bastard on the other side of this wall. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a critical, no, just 5.
All right. With 5 successes, with your strength right now, probably out of frustration, you do punch a hole through the wall. Because this is not made of concrete. Like, this wall was just temporarily made here to house storage things.
Load-bearing drywall.
Cool. Doesn't happen to be someone carrying Arrernte on the other side of this wall, is there?
It just seems to be another hallway that's currently filled up with smoke. That is now filling up this room slowly with smoke through the wall.
And I have no sire upon which to call.
So there's no other entrances or exits in this part of the room.
No.
How did they leave? How did they get out? You were behind me. They didn't go around.
Nobody came out?
No.
You're the expert in this arcane nonsense. Is there some way to fucking teleport?
Would I know?
Intelligence occult?
Okay, let's go. And occult. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is my big roll. Come on, baby. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4?
4?
Yeah. I
Can you
can
get
do a
the
willpower.
five?
I can do a
You get the
freaking willpower.
five?
Fuck it. Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's go.
You can do it.
Yeah, that's 6 now. Yeah.
All right. There are, at least you would know, Dasha, from your learnings through the Chantry, that there are at least books and maybe some journals regarding the very rare other, like La Sombra, that could actually pull someone through the Shadowlands from their shadow and bring them to wherever they are. However, it's quite rare and it's only been witnessed once.
Oh, where?
And the one who wrote this is Callister, or at least one that is known as Callister, who is currently the La Sombra Primogen in Melbourne.
Okay. He wrote it. He didn't perform this.
He performed this.
Okay. Did the last known Oblivion teleport? I relay this to you both. Yes. So unless he's here or he's taught somebody else. Is there any way to track this?
Or any... Do you know if there's any limit on how far they can travel
Would that have been
through
written?
the Shadowlands?
No.
No. We could speak to him.
Well, if this was him, that might just be walking into a very bad situation.
Indeed. How much do you want, Aaron?
I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. All I know is that Alice believes that she's important and she was the key figure in that vision that I received. Something, it's the key to something. I don't know what.
Well, if Callister is Camarilla, why would he be doing this? like this. They would have a much more subtle way of going about it.
Oh, we're Camarilla. You know, everyone has ulterior motives there. 100% of everyone there.
But to be so overt.
I mean, is it overt? It was in a back room of a place with a very large
I
distraction.
don't know.
If we hadn't figured out this entrance, torn the doors off the employee entrance, and raced down faster than humanly possible, would we have even seen it?
Can you arrange a meeting with Callister?
I could certainly try.
You have contacts in Melbourne?
Well, I've won.
It's one more than me.
I mean, we'll see if that's one that would work. But
Why do you sound so hesitant?
it's a story for another time. Let's find Alice. It's suffice to say, Erin's not here. She's no immediate danger in this place anymore. And wherever she is, we should get to that next.
Are you heading out, Dasha? Are you heading out first?
Sure.
Do you head out through like the same doorway with Ilona probably in tow, or something along those lines?
I
You
still
see a
have-
familiar bob, at least a familiar color of hair in the crowd. You seem to see like blonde hair that's currently up in a ponytail, currently dolled up to the T, partying, but currently running away, holding somebody else, dragging some other blonde lady along. You see your dear
Liana. Oh my gosh. Does she look like she's in immediate danger? Is she like in the crowd?
No, she's
crush?
currently like rushing out together with the other crowds. It seems to be away from the danger.
Away from the danger. Okay. I might, once everyone's outside, I might follow it at a distance just to make sure she is actually out of danger. I'll
Right.
just tell everyone. I'll be back in a moment. I'll just... fucking hell. One moment, please.
While we are doing that and while this is all happening, Alice,
Hi.
what is going through your mind right now?
Apart from the Kill Bill sirens.
Apart from the Kill Bill sirens and very loud static, everything that happened in the labyrinth, what Lorna told me of the memory that she regained, and just, it was your fault, it was your fault, you did it, you've done it again, over and over.
Right? And as you are consumed by these thoughts, you hear at least two young guys bickering, not really bickering, but more like debating between themselves. And you hear, at least you tune in long enough to hear the word, the name Aaron, and then the words, let's go back.
Do I recognize these voices?
You would recognize them from the YouTube videos that you have been watching. At least the one that Ilona has been showing Dasha, and Dasha has been watching ever since. You would recognize at least the voice of one Marcus and one Miles.
I think I'd register it, but not necessarily pay attention to it. And then I think I'd just stare at the doorway that everyone's disappeared into. And still with Unseen Passage up, as I see people start to turn around and come back out, I'm just going to walk away to the main street. And I'm just walking.
To the main street. Okay. So you approach the main street. It's as if your beast is trying to run back the opposite direction. There's something here that's causing unease within your beast, and it's just telling you that we need to go back there away.
just walking with no particular destination. Still hearing the tape on repeat in my brain.
I'd like you to roll what's in awareness, Alice, with -2 dice on there.
-2. Cool. That's yep. That is 0.
0.
That would be a bestial failure.
I'd like to roll 1d10 as we roll for a new compulsion.
7.
7 harm.
Yep.
For the next scene, you will be feeling the need to harm something or someone. Right? However, you still keep walking and you don't notice anything in particular. Nothing significant. You are too within your mind to notice it. However, the group that's coming outside, I'd like you to roll what's in awareness except for Dasha because you stayed behind.
Oh, yes, I'm following somewhere else.
Mhm.
Yes. I do still have Sense the Unseen. Is it the same scene? But it's only at 3. Yeah.
4.
There's still a lot of chaos inside the casino.
Are you gonna feed on one of those people, or
I
you
think I
stay
might
there?
need to. It's getting a little bit risky.
It's up to you. I mean,
I'm absolutely planning on getting takeaway before we go home, but seems like something's coming up.
There's plenty of incapacitated folks in your path of destruction from earlier.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're just going to grant one of them a bit of mercy?
I don't know if Mr. Winters can feed from corpse blood.
You said
mean,
they're not dead
incapacitated.
now, but
Yeah.
they're going to be dead.
they're gonna be dead soon. So
How long does it take to feed on a...
do you have what's the name of that?
Brutal feed.
Brutal feed. It's gonna take a while.
Nah, better to get out of Dodge. Building's on fire after all.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes of willpower. Would 3 be okay if I were to
3
willpower?
would be okay.
Yeah, because otherwise that's a that's another 1 on a hunger dice in there.
Oh, no.
New
And,
dice time, honestly.
Well, he's rolling mostly hunger dice at this point.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Hello, lucky only black die. Yeah, okay. So that is only 2 successes, a 1 on a hunger die.
That's fine.
Fucking damn it.
I'd say that you have to roll a 1d10 for your compulsion this time.
That's a 1. Is it a 1? That's a 1.
Oh, hunger. Perfect.
Makes sense.
Hey, remember season 1 where we were competent?
Yeah. Good times.
Because I don't, but
Deacon Winters, as you are leaving this area, the room, the blood from the nearby people that you have bulldozed through, I'll have to ask you to roll whatever willpower you have left for a frenzy check.
Oh, no.
This is how it ends.
No.
Do I roll hunger dice for willpower, or do they ignore the hunger dice for willpower checks?
So you roll your whatever willpower's left. What?
Yeah. But
Oh.
if it's like, 2 dice, are they 2 hunger dice?
Two
Or
hunger
you
dice.
can't, you can't
Yeah.
you can't willpower.
He's not
push.
willpowering. It's just like how many dice is
Yeah.
he rolling? His pool.
Yeah,
is
it's all hunger, yeah.
So
Yeah.
if he's only got 2, he's rolling
nothing
2
but hunger.
Nothing but
Yeah,
hunger.
but hunger doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't willpower.
Oh, I was more like if it becomes a bestial failure.
Oh, then it wouldn't.
No,
Anyway,
It's a
still
frenzy
do.
check anyway,
It's a
so yeah.
frenzy check.
Makes
a
sense.
10 and a 2.
So
It's a 1.
success, yeah.
1 success.
That's still a success, right? Right? Right?
You like to ride the wave or
For the audience and myself, what would this entail?
riding the wave? I think is allowing your beast to take over.
Hungry beast.
Taking a back seat.
Yeah, you're taking a back seat and letting the storyteller tell the story of how your beast deals with this whole thing. Or would you like to do it yourself and take charge of how you're gonna devour a person?
You know what? I'm gonna ride the wave.
Right?
Surprise me.
It's the Bahari way.
Are you sure?
Oh, right, it's you. Probably not. The people in the vicinity are just the people I bowled over, right?
Yeah.
Not like anyone I give a shit about.
Yeah.
I mean, I care about all people equally. God bless all that. Ride the wave.
Okay. As the scent of blood overpowers you at this moment, through your frustration of not being able to take charge of the situation, and all of these failures that's been happening over and over again, your beast takes over for once, takes control, pushing you to the back seat as you watch your beast just grow your fangs out and just hurl yourself down towards the humans that are currently dying from their sustained injuries, probably from their broken bones or ribs that's been piercing their lungs. And everyone else who is still in here would be able to watch this.
I was going to say, I think that I would be the only one who's still around there, because I still don't know what that awareness was to figure out. But yes, I'm not off trying to follow a relative or in my own world listening to the sound of static. So I'm just like, fucking damn it, Winters. I'm going to wait at the exit. There doesn't seem to be, everyone's kind of already evacuated that's going to evacuate through this corridor, right? There's not more people coming out, right?
Well, the fact that Dasha had moved away, the crowd seems to be pushing away from the area where Dasha is. However, because because Dasha's leaving the area, people are trying to pass through this area once again, and seeing a person feeding on another person starts screaming and trying to push back with the other people, creating more of what seems to be a mirror event of the last casino incident, a stampede.
Okay, well, no one else is dumb enough to be trying to go in through this area. They're all just trying to get out through this area, so I'm going to stand where they're kind of at the end that they're kind of coming from, and just trying to move them away from it as quickly and obviously as possible, using awe and, if absolutely necessary, compel to do so.
All right.
Or they're just going to want to listen to me.
They'd want to just stop and listen to you because you can only compel one person at a time.
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm just going to save that for if anyone's being particularly obstinate.
Yeah. It's just people panicking at this time.
Yep.
And when
you
they
can't get out this way. You can't get out this way.
Then they just stop and stare at you with awe.
Yep. Good. Amazing. Lovely. Off you fuck.
So you say this to one by one to every person.
So you're saying auras having not the intended effect. I'm just trying to get them to listen
All will
to
make
me
them
and to
stop
think that
and
I'm
listen. However,
okay. Well, then I'm turning it the fuck off, and I'm just going to try and get them away.
All right. I'd say, can you please roll your composure and persuasion as you yell through the crowd to get them to move the way you wanted them to?
Sure. Composure and persuasion.
Yes.
Okay. Six successes.
With 6 successes, you do manage to at least lead the other people trying to push through your way to the opposite, at least the side towards the entrance area of the event.
Yep. This is not a fire exit. It is blocked. Leave that way.
Right? Dasha, you do see what seems to be Liana pulling someone. However, at somewhere near the entrance, as they pass through it, your beast just pulls you and makes you stop. Like stop.
Do I see anything?
There's danger. There's danger. There's danger.
I'm going to look around for the danger.
You sense the unseen.
Yes.
You can feel that there is something that is off in the air. It's something dangerous to whatever your beast is.
Right, dangerous to my beast, but not to Liana. Okay. Do I see who she's dragging with her?
Can't see from the crowd.
Okay. But she's heading in a safe direction.
Seems to be where the evacuation area is.
Okay.
So you see like a person holding what seems to be like a light stick,
Right.
trying to get people to stay there at the car park area.
Okay. Yes, I suppose I would start looking around for whatever's taking off my beast, just to make sure it's not behind me.
With some awareness.
Okay, come on. 3.
With 3 successes, it would be enough. You would at least notice the same military garb of the American seems to be scattered among the crowd of evacuees.
Okay.
And they seem to be moving towards the casino itself, slowly making their way through the crowd.
Towards where the explosion was. Okay. I think at this point I'm alone, I'm separated from my group. There's no point pursuing this. Liana's safe. Me against multiple potential holy people is a bad idea, so I will return to where I last saw my friends exiting the staff area.
You do notice Alice seems to be walking around mindlessly.
She's no longer invisible?
No.
Oh.
She... At this
I was
point...
using Unseen Passage.
Oh, yeah. No, you can't see anything.
Okay.
Sorry.
Good. Even with Sense the Unseen?
With Sense the Unseen, you would notice.
Use Auspex.
Auspex, yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
She's
Are
using
you
Auspex.
specifically looking for me?
I was looking for anything that would kick off my beast, so would that be enough?
I think you have to roll obfuscate and I think it's a roll off if you're trying to at least see. But it's okay if you don't want to like specifically see Alice. Just go back to the group.
Yes, I think if I go back to the group and I'm like, where's Alice? And they're like, we don't know. Then I'd start looking for you. So we can
Yeah.
skip that and I can start looking for you now if you want.
No, it's okay. So Dasha, you head back towards the group. And you see Lorna currently
Crowd controlling.
crowd controlling. And from behind Lorna, you would see Ilona standing by at a safe distance watching the deacon devouring the people currently screaming and then
Screaming.
stopping their screams after being bitten.
How's Ilona reacting to this?
Ilona's just distant.
Okay. She doesn't give much away at the best of times. Well, I have the daunt as well, so I will kind of like go back to back with Lorna so that there's like a little bit of aura. And I think I will tell Ilona to find a car.
And Ilona just shrugs and then walks past the deacon as if not even noticing the dead bodies on the floor.
First cookies, now bodies.
Oh, that girl.
This girl's fucked up.
Yep.
Poor thing.
Oh dear. Anyway, she's out of the situation. How are we going to stop this? Just let it run its course, I guess.
Honestly, let's just keep the mortals away. He's obviously working something out. I don't want to get in the way of it, and honestly, I'm feeling a bit peckish myself.
Okay. You keep facing that way. Do you know where Alice is?
No.
Okay.
She stayed behind. She's presumably obfuscated up.
Mm.
I can't imagine she's going to deal very well with this news.
Indeed. Okay. Well, that area is crawling with SI, so she's over there.
Oh,
Maybe we
fuck's
should
sake.
go fetch her. And now I will start looking for her with Sense the Unseen.
All right. It's a roll off.
So it's a new roll.
Yep.
Let me look.
So I know it's wits and aspects versus your obfuscate in
Yes.
dexterity.
So
Wits and awareness
Versus wits and
plus
obfuscate.
force specs versus wits and stealth
No, there.
oh really?
plus.
I've got.
Oh, I thought it's obfuscate.
Detecting
Hold
a
on.
vampire using obfuscate.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right.
Wits and aspects versus wits and obfuscate.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's wits and obfuscate.
Yes.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong column.
Okay.
That's
Wits
alright.
and aspects. Let's
Ah.
go.
Ooh, I was right. How's feeding?
I've had better.
Anyone tasty? Oh, that's 4.
4.
I got 3.
Okay. You would notice Alice with your sense the unseen,
What is she doing?
just walking around aimlessly
Towards the SI?
towards that area at
Oh my
least.
god. Okay.
You also suddenly find yourself with a very bad headache,
Oh.
and your resolve and your willpower drop by 1.
Oh, that's fun. Is that due to some other thing that you've got?
Mm-hmm.
That's very fun.
We're not having a good day.
How long does that last? Just as long as I'm staring at you. Well, obviously, I'm like, well, there's a lot of shit going on over there. It makes sense. I'm going to run up to you. I won't touch you. I'll just stand next to you and say, this area is crawling with SI. I think we should leave. Would you like to come back with me? Nothing?
Nothing.
I'm going to touch you now, and we're going to move away from the insurmountable danger. And I'm going to gently touch you on the shoulder.
I'm going to push you away with prowess.
Oh dear.
Oh. All right, let's roll it. You like to dodge this?
Oh yeah, I'll try. What do I do?
Dexterity, athletics.
Okay.
And for Alice, it's strength and brawl
Plus my
plus your
prowess.
prowess.
Yeah, maybe I will also. Can I add blood surge to this?
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's fine. Didn't get hungrier. Give me those dice. Okay, that's better. Oh yeah, so that's a crit. 4, 8. Oh, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
7.
All right.
Lucky this time because I'm feeling potent.
Alice, you try to push Dasha with your potence, with your prowess. However, Dasha manages to dodge the initial push. However, that breaks your stealth, and you are now visible.
You're visible. We should go. Come on.
Fine.
Okay, follow me.
Where is she?
Presumably teleported somewhere very far away. From here, at least.
I'm sorry.
Yes, apparently. Somebody very special has the power to teleport people via oblivion. I didn't see it. The rest will have more details. But safe to say she's not in immediate danger here anymore. And we have one lead that may lead us to whoever used this power on her.
So you don't know where she is?
We have a lead, but she's definitely not here. There's no point staying here. I didn't see you helping.
She can't see me.
Okay. Come on, let's get out of here. There's really no point being here.
Fine. Do you at least have a car?
I sent Ilona to get one.
As you say that Ilona does at least approach with a car, seems to be decent sized SUV.
Nice.
And she does park on the curb though, so
Oh well. Good on her.
Where's everyone else?
There's an incident happening right now. Winters is frenzying, so we're
Oh,
just.
good. That gets better.
Yes.
Marvelous.
So I'll lead you over there.
Do we need to go and grab him off anybody?
I suppose so. He's probably still feeding on someone right now. What's happening?
At this point, at least, I would say that Winters, you have had enough of a drink from several people. You can slake your hunger back to 1, unless you choose to drain down to 0.
How many would be drained to 0? Just 1 or?
Just 1.
I mean, those gems are already in the cup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Might as well.
it's just mercy at this point, isn't it?
You would
there's
be.
If I cared enough. But yeah, sure, drain it.
Right? You can drain at least your hunger down to 0, and you gain another stain on your humanity tracker
Yeah, bring it on.
for specifically killing a mortal.
Having given Dasha a headache, is my harm compulsion gone now?
Oh, true, yeah. Have I still got the headache? Now that she's out of office?
Now that she's out of obfuscate, your headache is gone.
Thank you. Get that erased, please.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Lorna, I'd like you to roll a 1d10.
Six.
6 people during the whole thing when the stampede has been, or at least currently, dying.
6 more people are dying.
Yes.
In addition to the Winters people.
Yes. The people who were trying to push away from seeing Winters feeding.
I did my best to move them away from here.
Can I ask Winters to roll a 1d10 for me?
Okay, 4.
Alright, so 4 are injured, 2 are dead.
Right. Well, once the good deacon has, calmed down a little bit, we can start moving out. What is the time?
It's currently 2 a.m.
2 a.m. Okay, so we've got a little bit of breathing space before sunrise. I am absolutely famished, but I'm not going to start feeding until I know this one's under control, and ideally the others are back.
Winter seems to be coming down from the frenzy, and
How many did I kill in that corridor?
when you bulldoze through, so 10 were either dying during that whole time.
Would those injuries be consistent with people getting crushed in a stampede, for instance?
I'd say no. It's more consistent with a person being hit by a truck.
Cool. So I got a little bit of tidying up to do. I will ashes to ashes everyone that is currently dead.
That's 1 rouse check per person.
Is it?
Yes.
Can I put them in a big pile?
No.
Keep in mind,
I just
this
wanted-
building is
Currently
on fire.
burning.
Which may take care of the ashes problem.
Stop smiling at me. You're making me nervous.
Don't do it.
Just the one I fed on, because a bloodless body,
True.
obviously vampire, crushed body could have been
Could have been a hit and run. We don't know.
Alright.
in a corridor.
Oh, they're outside, aren't they?
Can we see
No.
the rouse check for this?
Are they outside, the bodies?
Oh, yeah, it's in the corridor.
Oh, no.
Because that whole corridor's been like at least.
Ghost truck.
been-
I'll go struck.
Why the fuck not?
Oh, God.
Rouse check, we say.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 9. That is a pass.
Oh,
You did open the wall, which may let the fire through, so maybe we'll be okay.
And then how does this look like?
Oh.
How do you put your blood in to ash the body?
Well, first thing he'll do is say a little prayer, which is, the mother acknowledges your sacrifice. And just cut open the palm bleed on the body, and over the course of how long does it take?
Few
About
seconds?
a minute or so, it just deteriorates into ash. Going through all the stages of decomposition.
All right.
And I'll just gently wash the dust the ash away, so it's not just like a conspicuous pile of human-shaped ash.
Yep. You're currently covered in blood, Deacon Winters.
How
Good
much
thing
does
he's
it?
wearing black.
Yeah. So pretty much just my face and hands look a bit suspicious right now.
Mm-hmm. And your clothes are wet.
Um,
Is anyone around you wearing a coat? Tomorrow?
are any of the dying people wearing a coat?
And
Oh
most
my
of
God,
them
I'm
are.
bleeding again.
It is cold, so most of them are wearing a puffer jacket.
All right, I'll bless you, child, and
Jesus Christ.
We're right back to stolen hoodies.
Yep.
this is everything's coming full circle. Yeah, for the sake of and I guess the blood and that on my face and hands that can be explained away through injuries or other people getting hurt, and
We won't be running into anyone. Let's just get in the car.
well, I've already run into people.
Oh, God.
Okay. I'm going to, now that I see that you're clearly regained enough composure to be doing, ashing some bodies, I'm going to wander down to the other end of the corridor and try and see if I can't spot Dasha or Alice.
Yeah, you do see Dasha and Alice getting into the car that Alona had procured. Caroline is also riding, at least the
Okay.
front.
We'll be out in just a second. Got to deal with Winters.
We don't have time.
Well, I'm not leaving without him again.
Under the sea.
Radio. So, go back. So, gotta leave. Let me just grab a quick drink. So, from one of the dying bodies, the 4 bodies that are not dead but are dying, I'm going to just take off a bit of hunger. I'm not going to kill them.
All right. How much hunger do you have right now?
3. I would
3.
like to take off 2. If you reckon I can get away with it.
Ooh. Now you should be fine. Take off
Cool.
2, but they are going to be 100% dying at the end of this. Gonna be leaving them to die.
I was going to be leaving them to die anyway, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. They're not dying because of me doing this. They're dying because they got involved in a, crush of people because they, decided they were going to go and look at a weird monster feeding upon dead bodies. And while trying to escape from a fire, instead of listening to someone smart telling them you can't get out this way, go a different way, and they end up, dying in a mass of bodies like it's fucking Woodstock 99 up in here.
Fair.
And having slaked my thirst, I grab the dick and then leave.
All right.
I am not happy about how this has turned out.
Who is?
I would make a suggestion that Coraline drives instead of Ilona.
Yes, they are already changing places. Ilona pouting the whole way. But they do change places, and Caroline does drive. But Ilona does pipe up to ask when Lorna said leaving him again. And she clocks on that and asks the two of you in the car with them, what do you mean leaving my dad again?
He likes to have little temper tantrums and go off on his own.
When's the last time he's done that?
We had a little boat trip.
Boat trip?
Yes, it was a couple of months ago. Would you like to explain?
As you entered the car.
There was a disagreement in I wanted to pursue a lead and they did not. Incidentally, I had a little vacation under the sea.
You went swimming under the sea?
Well, yes.
Do you just sink or do you actually swim? Because you don't have any air in your body, right? Does that make...
Storyteller question. Do I just sink or do I
Yes.
Okay.
Went for a little walk.
Well, we just sink. Went for a little walk.
It's like a boulder.
Did I leave empty-handed, or was I able to get some of the stuff they were collecting in that facility?
No, you did leave empty-handed.
That sounds about right. Did I at least like find a nice shell or something?
Yeah, shell, sure.
Yeah.
What do you want the shell for?
Vacation memento.
Okay, have a shell that's a vacation memento from off the coast of Darwin.
But I like to think that he learned that when someone says no, sometimes, just sometimes, he will listen.
No.
Well, Alice is back, everybody.
Did you break the news?
I did. Could you please explain in intimate detail exactly what you saw, especially to Alice?
Because I chased in there and I couldn't see shit.
Yes, please, tell me how you lost her.
Oh. Well, while you were off having an unlife crisis, we were all trying to save what you believe to be your ward from another universe. What I saw, their darkness shrank until it disappeared.
Is this something you're familiar with?
I am not familiar with this.
How do we get you familiar with this? Because if this is a thing, then
Well, enroll me in the nearest vampire college.
La Sombra preschool.
Preschool, yeah, okay, no, fair point.
Alice, this ability does seem familiar considering the fact that you have seen Callister do this before in the past.
yeah. If they're still around this time, I know someone you might be able to have a chat with.
That would be most helpful.
This is consistent with the writings of one Callister, who is the last known user of this ability.
You've
He's the primogen within the Camarilla for the La Sombra
In Melbourne.
in Melbourne.
right.
Are you having a stroke?
You need to shut up. It's too many threads coming together again. And it's not making a fabric. This is... You need to get in contact with him. Don't bring him here.
Bold of you to assume, but yes, I have one contact in Melbourne that I may be able to.
I assume being a member of the Camarilla, you should be able to schmooze your way up.
Oh yes, and Sydney and Melbourne have no current beef. You're right.
I mean, if you want help becoming regent, you should be able to use your social connections. That would kind of be first step.
So you, a well-known dealer of secrets, have no contacts in Melbourne?
I've got some.
Okay, so why are you asking me with my one contact?
Because it will be far less obvious if you, someone who has already been there in and around the scene, start asking questions rather than me, a general outsider.
I think they are both obvious in different ways. I think we should both.
Just both do it. I know I can't ask any favours of Melbourne due to Well, you don't get on the good side of Sydney's prince without getting on the extremely bad side of Melbourne's.
I wouldn't know anything about the good side of Sydney's prince, but I know a few things about the sides of Melbourne's prince. My one contact in Melbourne.
Oh. Oh, he's your contact.
Things did not end on the best of terms.
There's a story here that I'm sure I would like to hear, but can we get the fuck away from here?
It's
Yes.
already midway, like the whole time Caroline has been driving quietly,
Smart
quite
girl.
professionally. Taking a lot of detours, going around in circles just in case we were being followed.
Good job.
But it'll take another 10 minutes before we arrive back home.
Ilona, your new band friends, did they make it out safely, the rest of them?
Well, yeah, the other two are currently streaming right now. The
Streaming?
crazy.
Where are they?
Yeah, they're outside.
Turn it on, please.
And she's just making this face this whole time as she turns on like YouTube and then pulls up the live stream of COMA and shows you like shaky footage. It's just really shaky footage of what seems to be the live of what's happening.
I heard them saying that they should be getting back, those two.
Oh. But the two that are streaming now?
Yes, those two.
Okay. Getting back where? I guess home to their families?
Possibly, I didn't pick up on that.
And the shaky footage is outside the casino?
Yeah, it's outside the casino and they are currently at this moment saying goodbye to the audience because they're being asked to leave by after being talked to by a bunch of police. They're being asked to leave and go home.
There wasn't any footage on that stream of a corridor full of people who died in some sort of crush or...
And you see Ilona like shrug and say, I mean, the whole thing once they end the stream will show up, like the whole video, so we can just
I think
rewind,
we should.
see if
Why was Elissombra after Erin?
Why?
What?
I don't know whether it would be a good or a bad thing if they were after her for the same reason as us.
Well, if they knew Alice in a past life in that other world, could the same thing have happened to them? Could they have some knowledge of it now?
No, I got them to leave just before we went into the mines. They were being chased and they were driving, and I told them to get away as far as they possibly could.
Did they stumble upon something while filming this show? What were they poking around in?
Whatever they can.
I mean, didn't I watch all of it? We saw...
saw some videos.
Okay, so
I
there's
guess
more.
it's like more.
Ilona, did Erin say anything about something strange or being hunted? From what you described you saw her do, it sounds like something that she was kind of expecting, or she reacted extremely efficiently, I guess.
Oh, turning on the gas.
Yeah,
Sorry,
by
like-
blowing the damn place up.
Yeah, so did that look practiced? Did she look...
I mean, that was one of the tactics that I taught everyone.
Oh.
If you're done or you've been called out, you destroy behind you.
Wow.
So,
But how would she have known that Elissombra was after her?
well, maybe she didn't know what it was.
Oh,
She
well,
was
that's
definitely running away from something that was just shadows as far as she could see. I don't know whether that means she's aware of Elissombra or what it is, but I think that most mortals, particularly ones who have some inkling, or like to think they have some inkling of the supernatural based on this YouTube channel, would think that shadows chasing after them is not necessarily a good sign. And I think I concur with Alice. I think causing an explosion is probably a very sensible move. I'm quite impressed by the quick thinking.
And as far as you could see, it was...
Should I also blow things up?
Only when there's no other options.
Or if you need to remove all trace of you being there, apparently. But this was all done, as far as you could see, in a mundane way. There was no
Talk about this later.
magic.
No,
fuckery?
it was gas stove tops and a cigarette lighter.
Okay. Interesting.
Clever.
What is the most recent, what would you call it, episode on the Coma channel? Not the live stream, but recorded.
The last one was the Min Min light, question mark, exclamation point, question mark.
Ah, the Min Min lights now with fangs.
Yes.
So
Min
that
Min
was the
light
suspected
exposed.
werewolf.
Yes.
Suspected well. I mean, yes, from what I could tell from
So
the size.
it's probably not related to that unless some werewolves in La Sombra have gone buddy-buddy.
It seems unlikely, but
Yeah.
stranger things have happened, such as parallel universes.
I mean, Aaron was talking about boy problems. I don't know if that's counted.
Well, this is definitely a problem.
Well, someone is interested in her, and we know that mostly that is for the wrong reasons. So
Did she say who it was?
No. Didn't say who it was, just calling him a shithead and saying that all men are trash. Tell me I shouldn't date for the next 20 years or something. But, why are you all nodding your head along?
Nah.
She's a smart girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, she said that, they broke up in the last town and now she's just trying to move on.
In the
Last
Last
town.
Where was she before she was here?
And how long ago was that?
I don't really know. I mean, she talked about a lot. She's been moving around a lot.
How long have you known her?
Like 4 months? 5 months? I think 5 months now. Since, I was allowed to go out by myself.
Do you know where she was from last? Or where, what town she dated this shithead?
Well, I'm not really sure. She talked about a place called Lucas Springs. She talked about Darwin. She talked about Melbourne as well. And she didn't talk about where it was. It's just the shithead, shouldn't trust men kind of deal.
Melbourne is a connection.
I mean, it's a big city, but we unfortunately can't rule it out.
No.
What are the chances? 2 in 5.5 million?
I've got no contacts on the La Sombra side of things. Would Winters even know he's a La Sombra?
Yes.
Okay.
With Dasha there.
Oh, yeah, good point.
What happened to your sire?
Never met them.
Oh,
So,
so you embraced without meeting them ever?
yes.
How did that work?
Well, 1 minute I was alive, and the next minute I woke up and I wasn't.
Oh dear.
Happens more frequently than we might like.
Definitely,
Honestly, sometimes you don't want to know your sire.
well, it's clearly a blessing from the mother. But it would have been good to be left with an instruction manual or a high or some kind of induction. Well, it would have been great, but,
I have heard tell of being able to hunt down relations via blood.
Of course. Yes, I mean, yes, I can
I don't know if that will help if we don't have a starting block, but I can't imagine there's too many here in Australia.
Let me look. There is a thing, isn't there? A little drink will give me some information.
I think it's Blood Walk.
A taste for blood, is that the one?
Taste for Blood, Blood Walk.
Blood walk.
Taste for blood should give you like a little bit of information, but blood walk.
Yeah, Blood Walk should give you more.
That's
If you crit, I think you can know the sire. And
So, because that's what
Oh, yes, it's a ritual.
we did back in season 1.
Indeed, but
And then we
don't
lied
remember
our
that.
asses off.
Here we go. So a win allows the user to learn the generation and the name of the subject as well as the subject's sire. Critical win also informs the user of any blood bonds active on the subject as regnant or thrall. So I suppose if you would allow me to perform a ritual on your blood, I could give you
Yeah.
some information.
I think that would be extremely handy, and I've got some to spare, so
Maybe not in the car.
It takes an hour, so
Yes.
we would want to wait till we get home.
Yes.
At this point, you are arriving home.
Okay.
Okay.
In the meantime, Winters.
as we arrive home, just want to keep an eye around the streets approaching ours for anyone lurking, keeping an eye
yes.
on who might be going down the disappearing van
Good
street.
idea.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
be also trying to keep an eye out since
Yeah.
we got that warning about old mate.
Oh yes, Maxie. I'll have sense the unseen as well.
All right. Roll your wits and awareness, please.
But I do wits and aspects instead.
Can I heighten my senses for this?
Yes. Wits and aspects.
How does rousing the blood work for this?
So you rouse your blood and you get 2 extra dice to roll.
But you have to see if you get hungry at first.
Plus,
You include that in.
And the 2 bonus apply only to one attribute, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, well, I will rouse my wits. I get hungrier, but that's okay.
I got a messy critical.
4 successes.
4 successes.
7 with the messy crit.
1 d10, please.
Can I borrow your d10?
Yeah. Are you sure you want to?
Too late. Too late.
I can throw you mine.
It's a 7.
Whew. You are under harm compulsion.
Oh, good.
I'm going to willpower that. Ooh.
Are you now?
Are you sure now?
Yeah, I'm good. That's 2 successes.
How many successes did you guys get?
4.
Oh,
I didn't roll.
okay.
I have sense the unseen as well.
7.
But yes, whoever it
wait.
is, I'm going to kill them.
Clearly, I left my glasses at the scene.
With 2 successes,
Just
you
covered
don't
in blood.
notice anything as you enter. You do notice, Lorna and Dasha, that there is a familiar looking car outside your, at least your house.
Outside our house, but not at the corner.
No,
Like
no.
they clearly have to have gotten onto the street.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they've passed through the disappearing street and is now in front of your house. It is a very familiar Hello Kitty car that's parked in front of your haven.
Whose car is this?
As Caroline parks right next to her, you would, at least with your sense the unseen, you would immediately feel the Fey energies
Trixie.
emitting.
Fucking your mate.
Oh, it's Trixie.
I'm familiar with Faye.
Not anymore, you're not.
That's my occult specialty.
Ah, cool.
However,
For no
there
reason.
is no people or Fey inside the car, so it's probably inside.
Fantastic.
As we're parking and these guys are looking around, I go, Winters, if you'll permit me, Alona,
Oh, yeah?
how would you like to level up some skills in subterfuge and learning secrets?
Yeah? Yeah?
It'd be hard.
I'm fine with hard. This should be fine.
What exactly did you have in mind for training? Just from pure curiosity.
Going to teach her things that I learnt when I was a human that made me useful to lots of people.
Things
Got
like
me a lot of secrets that I could sell on. But you're going to give them to us, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
So I'll teach you how to extract secrets from people and want to survive other people trying to get those secrets out of you.
So, like a spy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds cool. But then she's like, looks at her dad.
Yeah, if you like.
Yeah, I'd love to learn.
Excellent. We'll talk sometime.
Okay, I can't wait. And she does, it's just the first one to like open the door and then, just jump out, slam the door shut, typical teenager style. As she runs into the house.
She's a liability, Winters.
Damn.
Somebody
That's that then.
ruined.
The mother knows when to enter the sea.
Well, that's interesting perspective. In what way do you mean?
I mean that she's just floating. She doesn't seem to have a purpose. People without purposes go looking for one, often in the wrong places.
Well, don't be too concerned. She will find purpose.
Have you not told them yet? Caroline speaks up from the driver's seat.
Well, thank you, Caroline.
Speaking of keeping secrets,
Tell them what?
And she is staring you down from at least what you can see. What Caroline sees is a very fractured version of you, where she is staring down whatever your reflection is in this car.
I only ask because it could be several things that are equally terrible. So I'm not sure which one she's referring
Under
to.
harm compulsion right now. I'm going to count down from 5 and I'm going to start forcibly taking memories from your mind. So,
Oh, that would be
5.
terrible.
On the topic of Alona and her purpose, 4, 3,
Well,
2.
we've lost everything. Our home, our people, everything we had was taken from us. So we're all searching for purpose here. Maybe not you, but especially me and Alona.
right?
And I'm sure you're searching for something as well, sister.
Oh, I'm always searching for something, but I have a purpose.
And what is that purpose?
To bring about the rising tides. Is that not what our purpose should be, brother?
No, I agree. That is a truly fine purpose. I sure hope you can participate in events more fully in the future.
Perhaps if everyone pulls their weight appropriately, I will.
I'm just a little confused as to why you decided to wander off when the life of your child ward was at stake, and then throwing that responsibility onto the rest of us. I understand it is a very difficult time for you, but know that we are all here to support you in this endeavor. So we expect some of that support in return.
Have I not given you a home? And given you community?
Community. We are building this community together. But when we are in the field, Alice, we need you to be more present. Because we can't, us three, do this without you.
Could you perhaps instruct me as to what help I could have provided in there?
could you do?
I think
Whether there was
knowing how I found you, just to myself, I will try and diffuse the situation, knowing that you were absolutely fucked up at that point. Like, seeing what I saw, knowing that this will just end in more bickering and there's a circular argument at this point, I will turn to Caroline and say, so was that what you meant when you said, has he told us? Or is he deflecting?
No, it's being difficult. No offense.
Can I
which
do an insight check on that?
Oh, it's an insight?
Sure.
can I also wits and insight as to which particular thing? Because again, there are
You
several.
rolling wits and insight against the actual storyteller.
Oh, yeah.
What are you alluding? Or do you want like fly me a paper plane with notes on it or something?
I'm so sorry to say that's another messy critical.
No, you can
so
only have one compulsion.
Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. It seems that Caroline is getting frustrated regarding the situation
Okay.
because Caroline knows when to be honest when it comes to allies, and seems that she's getting quite frustrated about the situation, but she cannot go against her master per se.
Okay, so it seems like when she was like, you know, tell them the truth, that he didn't really fulfill that in his answer. Is that what's happening?
Okay. Ilona is just going through an adjustment period.
About her gifts.
Her gifts?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Now, so see, this is why I needed to know which particular thing, because the one I was thinking
It's
of.
just math at this point. I'll throw something at you.
Matt does not have great insight when it comes to knowing what you're thinking.
I don't think any of us do. That's why we're in this situation.
So, about her gifts. I thought we probably already would have talked about that. Well, if not, well, now's a
most likely
perfect.
not.
Okay, sorry. I assumed
No.
incorrectly for 2 times today. Okay,
Which is low for you.
I'm getting better, right? So Ilona is quite a gifted child. When I say gifted, I mean that in a more spiritual sense. She can read things, read into things. Sometimes uncontrollably. But she is adjusting.
So she, when you say things, you mean all things or just unnatural things?
She could walk into a room and be assaulted with visions of that room's history,
Oh.
the emotions attached to it, an object, maybe even people. So if she seems distant, know that she's trying to come to terms with having things shown to her forcibly through something she can't always control.
Well, thank you for sharing.
With people that have absolutely no idea how that feels. At least 2 of us that could absolutely help in this scenario.
So I feel that she will provide something great for our cause.
Does she usually tell you when she's experiencing this, either at the time or post facto?
I would like to say yes, but
Is this the kind of teenager thing where she's like, well, you never asked me about that, and so...
I think maybe
Caroline is nodding.
Because this could have potentially been useful to several things already.
Something being more present.
Trust can be hard to come by again, so I do apologize for both of us.
Apology accepted. Now, you as someone that experiences premonitions, maybe you could speak to her.
Absolutely.
I'll run it by her first, make sure she's comfortable with the situation.
Had she also assumed that you'd told us about it?
I'll let her know that we're supportive of her. But if she does have an episode, please be accommodating
Of course.
in however that happens to manifest.
How does it typically manifest? You said seeming distracted or tearing off?
Distracted, nightmares, screaming.
Perhaps you can help with some of those that may be haunting her.
Sometimes
Stabbing people.
aggression. I mean,
Sudden murders.
Caroline, is there something you need to be doing right now?
No, I am just waiting for everyone to get out so I can lock the car.
Thank you, Caroline. I appreciate your honesty.
So, yes, she has hurt people before.
Haven't we all, though?
Haven't we all?
I told you one thing when you came under my roof, that there were no secrets. This is the last one. So if there's anything else you want to share, you share. I'll let you think about that for a little while.
Not so much a secret, but I hope that we can all be as supportive in all of her actions as I will be.
We'll take your lead then.
Sometimes it may be things that you may find difficult to accept.
I mean, if you're talking about a cheeky murder here and there, you'll want to talk as of tonight.
It's not a member of our family.
All members of our congregation have their purpose in the Mother's plan.
Yes.
And I look upon what Ilona could do as part of the Mother's plan.
Right.
So if, heaven forbid that one of the congregation find themselves in a painful position with Ilona, just let me know and I'll take care of it. But no one is to try and discipline Ilona themselves.
Of course.
Or read her mind.
That's why I asked you before I did.
Just making sure. Thank you.
Well, shall we then?
Yes. Does anyone know to whom this car belongs?
Oh, yes, that's Trixie.
I'm sorry?
Yes, well, she's in real estate.
Oh, real estate. I named Trixie. That's appropriate.
Yes, and as you may have noticed, maybe it's just me, just of the Fey realm. Yes.
Oh,
Is this ringing any bells for me?
Yes,
Yep.
it seems to be similar to what they have told you regarding how this house came to be.
I imagine she's somewhat connected to why this house is dripping with Fey energy. Would you know anything about that?
Only, I believe she was the real estate agent present when we purchased the house.
In this other timeline.
Yeah.
Oh.
was she Fae then?
I think so. If the house had weird stuff, like the trapdoor was there, so
The cookie was also there that Winters took.
We don't happen to smell cookies, do we?
You're still inside the car.
Yeah, let's
How
get
do you
out of
know
the
her?
let's get out of the car. Like we have people that are sitting in the driveway for like
Yes, okay.
an
We get out
hour.
of the
It's
car.
okay.
We're walking to the driveway. I will say we met a long time ago. I guess a professional interest. We remain friends, I guess, pen pals. We're very-
Professional in the realm of real estate or professional in the realm
What do
of...
you think, darling?
You have to ask,
Mm-hmm.
particularly knowing what we now do about Melbourne's Mr. Taylor.
Ah, yes. Again, a story for another time.
They're piling up.
just like the bodies.
And as you open the door and smell the pleasant smell of cinnamon rolls,
Oh fuck no!
we will end our story for the
Making a
evening.
note to self. First thing to do: throw out the cinnamon buns.
But yes, yes, my name is Rina, and I've been the storyteller of this evening's story, which is the Bahari's point of view.
Are we going the other way this time?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Tara. I've been playing Lorna, and I am rather upset at the decrease in efficiency this season. This is upsetting.
I'm Melissa. I've been playing Alice Barr, and I am having a moment.
I'm Sophie. I've been playing Dasha Von Lang, and I'm currently preparing a mouthful of scorpionated blood for the next person.
Hello, I'm Matt, and I'm playing Windsors, and I've had a whoopsie today.
Yeah. Wow.
Absolutely not.
And with that, we'll say goodbye and see you again next week to see the Camarilla's point of view. All right, bye.